Scouts, Betsy Nichols here, Program Specialist for the Girl Scouts of Minnesota and Wisconsin Lakes and Pines, returning to you from Duluth, Minnesota. This video is part 4 of 4 for the aMUSE journey, which is also known as the Juniors It's Your Story, Tell It journey. Before we dive in, let's get started with the Girl Scout promise and law. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Great. So, today we are going to just kind of focus on wrapping up this journey, putting a nice little bow on it. So let's just recap what we have done in the previous sessions. So in session 1, we made a team prop box and we looked at the different leaders in our lives. And so that was just kind of an exercise to look at the different roles that we play, and then also the roles that we see presented in front of us, and kind of evaluating, is this a role that I would also like to play as well. In the second week, we looked at how we define beauty, and in the third week, we looked at different stereotypes and how we can present a story to kind of raise awareness about stereotypes and potentially try to bust those stereotypes. So today we're going to kind of continue that conversation, and we are looking at what we can do to present our story of a stereotype to the people around us. There are lots of different ways to do that. We kind of touched on it last week, either with like written stuff like graphic novels, short stories, poetry, but then there's also presenting stuff, so like a short play, a skit, a song, a spoken word poem, so things like that. And so there's lots of different ways to kind of bring awareness to the stereotype that we are trying to bust. So I'm just going to kind of talk about some possibilities that are there. So if you are working alone, then you kind of have full creative license to do whatever you want. If you are working in a group, there is still lots of opportunities to create some sort of presentation, even if you are not able to meet up in person. There are lots of great tools for working together online, or good old-fashioned calling people up on the phone is still a great way to connect with each other, to kind of figure out what you would like to do. And there are lots of options for once you have kind of built the presentation that you want to do, you can still perform it and act it out virtually online. If you have any video cameras, access to anything to shoot a video, that is a great way to do some sort of skit or play. But also, if you are looking ahead to the future, if you plan it all out, get all of the preparation done, then once you are finally able to meet in person again, maybe that is part of how you celebrate seeing each other again, is by putting on this play, or performing this song together that you all have been working so hard on. Just kind of wanted to spark some creativity with that. And then also a big part of performing and working in group projects is reflection. So once you are done with your presentation, especially if this is a group project, my challenge to you is to kind of think about the different roles that you played in the process of creating this presentation. So were you a leader? Were you a writer? Did you write the script for a play? Or were you a lyricist? Did you help write the words to a song that you guys performed? What kind of role did you play? Were you, very like did you handle the logistics? Did you really help your group schedule? Okay, this is when so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so can meet, but she can't meet until the next day, so let's here's how we're going to work out this schedule? Or were you, you know, a morale booster? Did you really like kind of cheer your team on and make meaningful contributions that way? So there are lots of different roles that you can take in a group project. It doesn't just have to be like a leader and then someone who does stuff. There's so many different ways that we can make meaningful contributions to group work, and so that's something that I would love it if you would take a moment to think about and reflect on, and ask yourself which role that I played in the group was my favorite, because chances are you probably played a couple different roles in your group, and that's amazing, and it's a great way to kind of give you a taste for different roles that we play, you know, in that small setting of a group, but then also thinking about on a larger scale, you know, in our whole lives. So that is kind of what I am going to leave you with today. I want to thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope you had a great time kind of exploring the different roles that we play in our world, and I hope you are able to have fun sharing this experience with the people around you. So thank you again. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will close things out with make new friends and a friendship circle. So sing it with me. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. A circle is round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend. Bye, Girl Scouts.